So like I said, if you want to go ahead and add the volume of a cone up here at the top for your use, the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. We can be more specific with the volume of a cone because it's the same for all cones, where pyramids, prisms, it changes depending on the base. So, for examples, first example is going to be a pyramid. And our pyramid is going to have a base that is a square with sides that measure 5 feet and 5 feet. Now, the difference between finding the volume of a cone and a pyramid and finding the surface area wanted that slant height, which was the distance up the side of the cone or the pyramid. For volume, we don't want the slant height, we want the actual height of the pyramid. So today, I'm going to give you what the height is. And for this one, I'm going to say that the height is 9 feet. So to find the volume of a cone, I need two things. I need the area of my base, and I need the height. The height's really easy to find. What is the height of this pyramid? 9 feet. What shape is my base? It's a square. And how do you find the area of that square? 5 times 5. So the area of my base is what?
25.
The area of my base is 25. So once you find the area of your base to find the volume, we're going to take 1/3 the area of my base times my height. And before you guys go and grab your calculators, since this is all multiplication, it's 1/3 times 25 times 9. I can rearrange these numbers. I could put that 9 right next to the 1/3, and I could take 1/3 times 9 first, because what is 1/3 times 9? 3, and then I just have 3 times 25, and what is 3 times 25? 75, and what do my units look like? Feet cubed. All right, our next pyramid is going to have a little bit different base. This time, my base looks like this. And I'm given these dimensions here. Let's say that this side over here is 10 feet. This side over here is 24 feet. And this wouldn't be accurate, but just to kind of talk about a point, let's say that last side of the triangle is 36 feet. And it is going to be 12 feet tall. To find the volume of a pyramid, I need two things. I need the area of the base, and I need my heights. The height is easy to find. How tall is this pyramid? 12. Looking for the height of the pyramid is 12 feet tall. Now, when I look at the area of my base, first, what shape is my base?
Triangle.
Okay, it's a triangle. How do you find the area of a triangle?
Base times height. Half base.
Half base times height. Now, if you look at the base and you look at that triangle, what is my base, Abby?
10 or 24.
Okay, Abby says 10 or 24, which is correct. The reason that you can only use 10 or 24 is because of that right angle right there. Your height is the important part. If I use 10 as my base, I need a right angle going straight up from my base in order for that to be my height. So if my base is 10, my height is 24. If I decide instead I want to use 24 as my base, 10 would be my height. That right angle is really important. That 36 is irrelevant. It's not necessary, not important for this problem. So we don't even need to know that. So to find the area of my base, I'm going to take 1/2. Let's use 10 for my base, 24 for my height. So what is the area of my base? 120. Okay, my height is 12. So to find my volume, we're going to take 1/3 area of my base times my height for a volume of what? Blake?
480 feet cubed.
480 feet cubed. Okay, are there questions on finding volume of a pyramid? Yes.
Can you scroll back up? Okay, I can see it now. Because I didn't get enough to finish that page.
How did we know to cross out 36?
Because I need for my triangle, whenever I'm looking for the area of my base, I need my base and I need my height. This right angle here tells me that it goes straight up from my base. I know it's kind of tilted on its side, but if this 10 is my base, in order to find my height, it would have to form a right angle with my base. This 36, I couldn't use it as my base or my height because there is no right angle that goes directly up from that base. Okay, Abby?
So if they were to give you the, what's the longer?
The hypotenuse?
Yeah, if they were to give you that and like the base, how would you find the, oh wait.
You could use the Pythagorean theorem to find your missing side. Yes. Monica?
What would you do if it wasn't the right angle? Like if they gave you all three, but you had to.
Then they would give you the height.
Okay.
They won't put you in that situation. Yep.
So it was a half times base times height is triangle
Yes.
area again?
Yep.
Making sure.
Okay, let's move on to cone. Cones are a lot easier to find because the formula is the same every single time. And you need your radius and you need your height. Those are the only two things. So let's say for this cone, I have this dimension as 3.5 inches. This dimension as 9 inches. Okay, I need my radius and I need my height. Do I have both of them? I do. So for this one, you're going to take your formula where we take 1/3 pi r squared h. We're going to plug 3.5 in for r, 9 in for h, and we're going to simplify. So I have 1/3 instead of pi, we're going to use 3.14. Like I said, my radius is 3.5 squared, and my height is 9. Now, when you're plugging this in your calculator, if you don't want to use the fraction button, that's fine. What you need to do, plug in 3.14 times 3.5 squared times 9 and hit enter, and then hit divide by 3. It'll work every time. If you don't want to use the fraction button, if you like the fraction button, use the fraction button. You should get the same answer either way. So, rounded to the nearest whole number, what would the volume of this cone be, Adler?
116 inches cubed. 15.
115.
Because 0.45 5 rounds up.
Nope.
So that's 0.15.
Okay, so 115.45. If I want to round to the nearest whole number, I'm rounding to this number, so I just look here at the 4. That 4 is not big enough to make it round up, so it'd stay at a 5. Okay, did everybody get that? Anybody not getting that, plugging it in on their calculator? Okay, try it again. All right, last one. Let's say this time I have a cylinder, and all the way across is 13 meters, and it is 15 meters tall. What's the first thing that jumps out in your mind?
Find the radius.
Oh yeah, I have the diameter, and I don't want the diameter, I want the radius. So if the diameter is 13, what's the radius?
Half of it.
Half of that. So my radius is 6.5. I want you guys to take a second, set up your formula, plug it in your calculator, round to the nearest whole number, find the volume. All right, Sam, rounded to the nearest whole number. What did you get for the volume?
663 inches cubed.
Very good. Complete with beautiful units. 663 inches cubed.
You guys
Meters cubed, not inches cubed. Meters cubed.